Well, we happen to be living healthier and longer, but people aren't actually working longer, despite being able to now work from their couch. They're actually retiring earlier than ever expected, which can cause some money problems. Elizabeth Ayoola, personal finance expert with NerdWallet, is here on how to get prepared for it all. Welcome to Houston's Morning Show.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, it seems like everybody you talk to thinks they're going to work much later in life and they end up working. Why are people retiring earlier than expected these days?
There are several reasons why people may end up working longer than they expected. And one of them is because you can't predict what's going to happen with your health. So some people have unexpected health challenges come up. Another thing is that some people are getting laid off. I'm sure we've all seen, especially nowadays, lots of layoffs happening. So that means some people are out of work and don't end up going back. Another reason is some people can afford to stop working and they want to enjoy not working.
So what can be the financial impact of retiring earlier than you expected?
Well, there are several. So one is actually outliving your savings and not having enough to live off of. And this can create financial insecurity for some people. And it can also mean having to go back to work if that's even an option. Another thing is Social Security. That usually doesn't kick in until the age of 67, but you can claim it at the age of 62. But what this means is that you don't get the full benefit, which may be a disadvantage for some people. And then the last one is healthcare. So some people aren't sure how they're going to cover their health care when they retire early, especially since Medicare doesn't kick in until the age of 65.
Well, since life is so absolutely unpredictable and we can put plans in place all day and sometimes it just doesn't work out, do you encourage people just to prepare and to live today as though they are going to retire earlier than they expect?
Well, I personally think that's always a good idea because the more money that you have saved, the better. And unfortunately, we can't predict what's going to happen in the next 10 years or the next couple of decades. Whenever you're retiring, you don't know what status your health is going to be, and you also don't know where the economy is going to be. So putting away extra money means that if you do have to retire early, you have enough stocked away in savings. And also, for those who end up not retiring early, guess what? You have a surplus of cash that you can use to live your best life.
And right now, we're just showing some ideas of how people can really prepare for that. Healthcare is a big part of that and one of the most expensive things that most older Americans are going to have to deal with.
That's right.
And so how do you prepare for that? What would you suggest?
Well, there are a couple of options that people can explore. One of my favorites is a health savings account. So what this does is allow you to put money away for healthcare expenses. And the good thing is that the money can grow tax-free, and also qualified withdrawals are tax-free as well. So that's one vehicle people can utilize. They can also check if their employer offers health care to retirees. There's a small fraction of employers that actually offer that, but it's still an option. And lastly, people can check healthcare.gov and kind of see how much it would, tentatively cost them to get health care before Medicare kicks in, and then factor that into their budgeting as well.
And how do you decide when to start drawing out Social Security?
Well, that's a tough one. So you're really just going to have to kind of run the numbers, and that's where retirement calculators can really kick in and be very helpful. So what you want to ensure is that you have enough. So if you do take out the Social Security benefit at 62 and you're not getting the full benefit, then you want to make sure that you have enough saved away in other retirement vehicles like your 401k and your Roth IRA, and you want to ensure you have money to pull from there.
All right, Elizabeth, I could talk to you all day about these great ideas. Thanks for taking time from NerdWallet today.
Thank you.